Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Can with Mining Journal, and I'm here with Al Fabro, Chief Executive of Mining Exploration Group, Midnight Sun, which is currently focused on its Solwezi copper asset in Zambia. Hi Al, welcome.
Thank you, Chris. Nice to meet you.
Al, can you just start by giving listeners an understanding of the prospect at Solwezi, the work done perhaps leading into the current field season, and where you are exactly now in terms of delivering some exploration results?
Well, we've been at Solwezi for a number of years now. It's been a tough project, mostly because it's a blind project. There's about 50 meters of overburden on the project, and so geophysics and geochemistry are only real tools. And it's expensive to prospect with the drill, and we did a little bit of that. We've had some good success, but we've had problems with continuity in the ore deposits. And at the time we were making the decision on what to do, Rio Tinto made us an attractive offer to joint venture the project. And we thought we're going to have to dilute the project or the company. And with their expertise, we thought we'd dilute the project. And so far it's been a happy marriage.
Okay, so what's the joint venture structure there? How much are they funding over what period?
Ultimately, they have to spend about $50 million US to earn 75%. The initial earn-in is 19 million over 4 years to earn 51%. Then they have two stages, 14 million over 2 years and 10 million over another 2 years if they so desire.
Okay, so in terms of that initial program from the earning as it started and where you are at the moment, what kind of results have you been seeing? Have they been in line with what obviously Midnight Sun's been hoping for, but then probably as a major, what Rio Tinto has been expecting?
Yeah, it's there's two different philosophies that a junior explores for and a senior explores for. So the Solwezi asset has become part of the regional program of Rio Tinto's to try and understand the regional geology of Zambia and the Solwezi Dome area in particular. And most of the first 2 years of our agreement have gone in a regional focus. Now they've generated drill targets and specific areas they're going to focus on in the coming months.
Zambia obviously has had not the greatest headlines coming out over the past probably half decade potentially. How are you finding the environment on the ground there, and how are you managing the risks that do exist?
Well, we feel very comfortable in Zambia. We like the fact it's English language, English law. We like the Zambian people very much. We find the government there is trying to do the best they can. They struggle a little bit understanding what is good for the mining companies is ultimately good for the country. Sometimes you get knee-jerk reactions from politicians making statements that are irrational and they create headlines that aren't necessarily accurate. We like the country. We think the new regime will be helpful. They've identified with the copper industry and realized that a large part of Zambia's financial future is tied to the copper mining and exploration industry.
Okay, well, what are the lines like into the government? Do you have fairly reasonable access to people who are making decisions? And I'm thinking generally in terms of, should you find something of genuine significance and be looking to progress into a major mining project, which is obviously what you're after?
Yeah, absolutely. We are looking at that, but we don't. That would be part of Rio Tinto's job and less ours. So we don't. We're not as worried about that as some juniors might be if they were going along.
Okay, and I know we've talked previously, Al, about the breadth of your portfolio. Obviously, it's not a one-trick pony. There are various different metals and prospects that you're looking at. You're focused on copper. Why have you decided to focus on this particular metal among the others that you've got the luxury of choosing from?
Well, copper tends, out of all the metals, to have the most generational mines. And something that can move a needle for a junior is a discovery of a generational mine. And that's something that will be in production 40, 50 years. So where we were hunting, we were in Zambia looking for assets. We had met some people. We sent a crew of 6 geologists over there. They did a thorough evaluation of some portfolios, and this project kept bumping up, and all 6 had it number 1 on their list. So we went and acquired it. Why we liked it? It surrounded the largest copper mining operation in Africa. The infrastructure was superb. We felt comfortable with the country risk, and we like the large scale potential of our project.
Okay, and just finally, I'll pull a question for all junior companies. You've got the benefit of Rio Tinto as a partner, but what's your cash commitment at Solwezi, and how does that look like over the next 12 to 18 months? Do you have to go back to market?
No, we don't have to go back to market. We're fairly well cashed up. We have $4 million in the bank, and we have 0 commitments to exploration in Zambia. We do keep a staff there, a small staff, but our burn rate is very limited.
Fabio, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Chris. Take care.